Morning guys, how are we doing? I hope everyone's well. It's nice to see that the sun's finally coming out where I am. I don't know about you. And we're slowly getting into spring. Okay, it's nice. I love that moment when we sort of finish in February, going into March. You can almost taste the best time of year. So I wanted to do a live video, and I wanted to talk about whether it's not having enough time or whether you're just not prioritising the right thing. So for a lot of people, you know, everybody's just on the move. I know I'm guilty of doing a bit of people watching, and I remember this specific time, and we went up to London with the family, and we were exhausted at the end of the day. We were just waiting for our train up at, I think it was Waterloo or something, and we were just sitting there at the train station, and we were waiting for 30 minutes. Everyone was knackered. The kids were falling asleep on me, and I just sat there and I just watched the whole world sort of unfold in front of me. And I was watching all of these people rushing around like, and I always call them lemmings. And they were just everybody was just doing their own little world, and they were just zooming around. And I kind of felt like everybody was, missing what the whole point of life was, and that they were just rushing to get to somewhere, or they were just frantic and not present, and they were missing life, if you like. And although they're probably not, a lot of them will probably have great lives. But what I mean is that a lot of people go through the day trying to cram in as much as possible, trying to do as much as possible. They're not really being present within the very moment. They're kind of always thinking half an hour to an hour ahead of time. And they're missing everything, and they're missing the point of life. They're missing things that can help them. They're missing time to help themselves, finding time 20 to 30 minutes to do a workout, 20 minutes to do some journal and meditation, and kind of prepare themselves for the day, and it becomes chaos. And I think one day of chaos then leads to another day of chaos, and then 2 days of chaos leads to a third, fourth, and so on. And then suddenly what happens is your life becomes chaos, and you become a lemming. Okay, that's just rushing around, being a slave to work, being a slave to the demands that work puts on you, and that's affecting the way that you are living your life. And the way that's affecting your look in your life, and if you visually look at that, it's draining you, as in it's draining you mentally, so you're fatigued. So when you get home at the end of the day, you're almost like a zombie, because you're so exhausted and lethargic from having to deal mentally with the chaos of work, okay, dealing with maybe negative environments, dealing with negative conversations that you maybe have at work, or the pressure piling on. Everything's piling on you. And that can really bog you down. It's like carrying a burden or a weight that just bogs you down and holds you down, and you can't break free. And you're suffering because you're getting home and you're not being present for the family, and you're almost still thinking about work, and the switch off mode is not as easy as it should be. You just want to switch off, you just want to put the phone on aeroplane mode, but it's not always as easy as doing that. And it's all of those things that have happened during the day are preying on your mind, which is not making you present for your family. It's not making you present for the kids, and you're so exhausted, all you want to do is put your feet up and have a beer and ask what's for dinner, you know. And the kids want to play. They want to play football, they want to go do basketball, but the last thing that you want to do is go and play football, is go and play basketball, because you're exhausted. Because the other reason that you're suffering because of the chaos of the day is because you're not concentrating on health and fitness. So those energy levels are low, those fitness levels are low. You're probably carrying an extra stone to 2 stone, maybe even 3 stone overweight. And that is becoming a problem, because you are not present, because you're getting dragged into the chaos of work, and there's never enough time. Now, when I put up in the headline, is it not having enough time, or is it not prioritising? So I think one of the biggest problems that with men that I've worked with, that we faced, and not when we talk about priority, is they don't value, and I use the word value, time for health and fitness, and they don't value time for being present in family time. And that might be quite hard to hear, because you feel that you may do, but you're so consumed with the chaos, it's very difficult to see through the clouds. And when people say to me they don't have time, you know, I've got people who have joined the 6-week program. I've got people who I've been on the phone to and said, I don't have time for this right now. And I'm like, fucking hell, how can you not have time to look after yourself? Because if you become ill health, you are not going to work. You're not going to be there at home. You're not going to be able to function properly. And it's very difficult to comprehend and get that through to somebody because they're so on autopilot about the way that they're being. And I think you have to take a step back and you have to step out of the fucking groove and kind of go, fucking hell, look at me. Like, if you could stand on a mountain and review your life and you can just see everything that's going on and you saw your life, if you could step out and watch your life for 1 week, you'd probably be horrified at the way that you live it. The habits that you're doing, the chaos that you're in, the overwhelm, the lack of presence, the lack of energy. And it's very difficult to understand that. And I would say a call to action on this video would be almost step back and look at what's going on within your life before it's too late. Because there will become a time when it is going to be too late. And you have to really step back, see what's going on with your life. Look at the lack of structure. Look at the pain that you're suffering now. Okay. Look at those issues that are massively causing you issues within the life. Because if you don't address them, if you don't start paying attention to them, you are going to suffer massively, and it is going to hinder you and your life. You know, you're going to just exist through life. You're just going to exist, and you're going to end up dying with regret. And that is just the truth of it, because you're not fulfilling your potential. You know, you fulfill your potential as a kid and maybe in your 20s, but then as soon as you start hitting those late 30s and into 40s, 50s, you think it's too late, when it's never too late. And it all starts by being honest with yourself, looking at the way you live your life, stop prioritising some things within your life, and stop being consumed by the chaos, and start introducing structure to your life. So I just want to do that video because it's been on the tip of my tongue, and it's something I've been thinking about within my own reflection. I'm trying to be more present in the way that I deliver and the way that I work with guys. You know, I'm going to be making some massive changes about the way that I work with people, because I am honestly tired of just working with people that don't want to commit to something. So I'm going to be reducing the amount of people that we take on. I'm going to be concentrating more on the state of mind for men, as well as the health side of things, and looking to make this a real in-depth type of coaching program for people. So lots coming up soon, so I hope you're interested and you can kind of keep in touch with me and kind of look out for these things, because it's going to be amazing. It's going to sort of take you and your state of mind from here and move those goalposts so that you see things differently and you can be more fulfilled and you can get more out of life. Anyway, that's enough in-depth stuff for a Thursday morning. I'm having breakfast and then going to Fight Club for jiu-jitsu.